Hi all! One of my viewers asked me to create a video about Beran-Setaou. I'll do my best to provide a solid equipment build for you. Additionally, as usual, we'll crunch the numbers to determine how much you can farm with Beran-Setaou, whether it's per hour, per day, per week, or per month. So let's start at the beginning. To enter this run, you have to be at least level 75. Additionally, you need a minimum of 2 characters, which means you require 2 bloodstones to access Grotto of Exile 1. Once you've reached Grotto of Exile 2, you need to proceed to Grotto of Exile 2. Once you're there, head to the end of the map. If you're unsure about the way there, feel free to watch my video, or alternatively, take a look at this picture whenever you feel the need for guidance while you're running. Anyhow, I didn't go this way because I was heading to the best room in Grotto of Exile 2, especially if your goal is to level up as quickly as possible. But yes, this route works as well. It just makes things take a bit longer, maybe an extra 30 seconds or a minute, certainly not much longer. Never mind. If you're familiar with the way, feel free to skip this part. Until I reach the Beran-Setaou entrance NPC, a background music will feature a classic Metin2 song playing.
To think about the future forever.
All right, we're almost there. As you can see in this extremely long hallway, there's a boss named General Yonghan. He's the strongest boss inside the Grotto of Exile 2 map and has a fixed spawn point. If I recall correctly, this boss spawns on each channel once or twice every hour. I'm not entirely sure about this, unfortunately. Anyhow, he's the boss you farm to acquire a lot of twisted keys, which you need to enter the Beran-Setaou run. Here's a picture where you can see the loot that this boss drops. In case you have good alchemy and items, having 50% thunder resistance and 60% power against devils should be sufficient when facing this boss. I also don't recommend farming this boss at a high level, as you won't get any drops from it otherwise. It would be wise to stay around levels 75 to 105 if you want to farm this boss. Anyhow, we're finally there, and we're about to start the run. This run has changed a lot, as it always does from time to time. I'll be honest with you, I don't do Beran-Setaou runs. Not solo, not duo. I just don't do it at all. So, my experience and knowledge about this run are limited, but let me share what I do know about this run so far. So, first of all, click on the NPC. Click on Uploading or Fill. Once you've uploaded the keys or filled the keys, you will have 3 minutes to enter the run and start it. In the good old days, Metin2 didn't disappear. They stayed there all the time as long as you didn't finish the run. After a couple of years, Metin2 started disappearing once you destroyed them, and they were gone for a couple of minutes. When they were gone, you could deal damage to the boss. As long as the Metin2 are there, you can't deal damage to the Beran-Setaou boss. I don't know what's the current situation. You'll see why I say this. I mean, maybe we just finished too fast, or the stones won't respawn anymore as they used to. Let's play some music while we finish, and then we'll take a look at the build and the math. All right, we're finished. So first of all, let's face a fact. You can only enter Beran-Setaou 10 times if you haven't entered the dungeon yet. But once you do, this number decreases to 9, obviously. It refills after 24 hours when you complete the run, which means, if I'm not mistaken, you can do a total of 30 Beran-Setaou runs in a month. Or, each month, you can do this 3 times by completing 10 Beran-Setaou runs a day. So, essentially, you should only farm this boss every 10th day, and on the 10th day, complete the run 10 times. This would mean you can get 8-10 chests in each run, which could be 80-100 chests daily. The value of these chests might be worth 8 to 10, 1, or 16 to 21, depending on the prices on your server. All right, it's time to take a look at the Beran-Setaou chest prices on the market. It appears that players are selling them for a price of 18 million yang to 25 million yang. This means that by completing one run, you get 8 to 10 chests, which is a minimum of 144 million yang and a maximum of 250 million yang. So, we can say that each run you complete allows you to farm 1.5 to 2.5 Completing 10 runs equals 15 to 25 This means that, in a month, you can farm 45 to 75 with Beran-Setaou runs. However, the Twisted Keys have a cost. You need at least 2 characters to enter this run, which means one run costs you 10 Twisted Keys. Monthly 30 runs will cost you 300 Twisted Keys. Let's take a look at the Twisted Keys price to determine how much profit you can actually make with Beran-Setaou. All right, As we can see, the average price of a twisted key is 4 million yang. This means that completing one run costs you 40 million yang. Completing 30 runs in a month will cost you 12 won. So, the total profit you make is somewhere between 33 won to 63 won. It's not that bad, actually. If you do runs only every 10th day, it means you get an extra daily income of plus 11 to 21 won. That's quite good, isn't it? Especially since this is one of the oldest runs and one that's available at such a low level as 75. In case I was wrong, it would mean that instead of completing a monthly total of 30 runs, you could complete 300 runs. This would bring you a total of 330 to 631. I'm not sure whether, after 24 hours, you'll get plus 1 opportunity to enter a run, or 10. However, it's more likely just plus 1. Anyhow, since I don't do Beran-Setaou runs, I don't have any specific advice on the build, sadly. However, I do recommend the following. Aim for the highest average damage percent you can achieve. Focus on having a high power against monsters, a high chance for piercing hits, a high chance for critical hits, and significant elemental power, especially against thunder. Consider some thunder resistance if your alchemists aren't that skilled. It would be ideal if you could deal at least 10,000 to 20,000 damage to the boss. These recommendations should help you succeed in your Beran-Setaou runs. Well, yes, that's all for today. I hope this video was helpful to you, at least a bit. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.